Scottsdale, Phoenix.
Have you noticed all of a sudden there's a bunch of lawyers saying they're going to fight for you? Yeah, until you read the fine print below them. Hi, I'm Mark Breyer.
And I'm Alexis Breyer. We're the husband and wife law team. If you look closely at that fine print, you'll see not an attorney in this state or not a law firm.
You never trust your future in the hands of someone other than a serious, experienced trial lawyer. And you definitely can't trust someone who won't even tell you who they are.
Do your research after a serious injury. Call the husband and wife law team first.
This holiday season, elevate your event at Talking Stick Resort. From breathtaking views and a world-class golf course to 113,000 square feet of flexible event space, every detail sets the stage for an unforgettable holiday party. Whether it's cocktails under the stars or a fully produced banquet with state-of-the-art AV, Talking Stick has it all. Plus a luxurious spa for next day recovery. Secure your celebration today. Talking Stick Resort, Scottsdale's premier destination for celebration. Life well played.
Connect directly, bid confidently. At Purple Wave Auction, transparency is key. With no reserves and no hidden surprises, you're connected directly to sellers so you can inspect and bid on quality equipment with confidence. Whether you're looking for ag, construction, or fleet equipment, we're here to ensure a clear, hassle-free experience. Register today at purplewave.com and start bidding with peace of mind. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
One study found that half of all clients are unhappy with their lawyer. The number one complaint, a total lack of communication.
That's why we survey our clients and know over 97% are happy. Do your research. Call the husband and wife law team first.
Hey, it's Phil Shaver with HomeSmart, and I want to buy your house. I'm a local investor that buys homes for cash all over Maricopa and Pinell County. I buy inherited homes, nice homes, rental homes, homes that are behind on mortgage payments, and I even buy ugly homes that need fixing. Also, are you looking to get closer to market value for your house? As a licensed realtor, I've been able to buy and sell thousands of homes. Since I'm local, you can call me directly on my cell phone, 480-409-9999. Again, that's 480-409-9999. I don't work for a big corporation or hedge fund, so I can only buy 3 to 5 homes per month. There are no fees involved, and you can pick your own close date. The best part is I buy homes as is, so you don't have to worry about doing any repairs. Again, you can call me directly at 480-409-9999, or you can go to my website, gosoldaz.com. That's gosoldaz.com.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe, Phoenix, and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale, Phoenix. It's the lunch break.
A lot to do, only 2 hours to do it in. Welcome into a Football Wednesday edition of the lunch break right here. KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert with you for the next 2 hours. Producer Evan is on the other side of the glass, ready to take your phone calls today, 480-864-1060. You can also hang out with us over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel, where we've got the show live streaming over there today. Like I said, a lot to get to, only 2 hours to try to fit it all in before we are out of here the rest of the week. Remind me at the end of the program to say this again, but we'll say it here at the top. Hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy the time off. Enjoy the football that you're going to get over the next couple of days. Enjoy the food. We're going to have a top 5 list today about Thanksgiving side dishes in hour number 2 to have some fun. So we hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, because we are thankful here on this program for all of you that listen and hang out with us here every single day on the program. That being said, let's hop into our top story, and it is a question about the Arizona Cardinals.
Time for our top story of the day. It's the Daily Special.
Is this the week? Is this Sunday the week where the Arizona Cardinals stop the bleeding? 8 of their last 9 in the loss column. 3 straight in the loss column. Facing a banged-up Tampa Bay Buccaneers team on the road on Sunday. As we hopped on the air here today, Todd Bowles was meeting with the media there in Tampa and shared that Teddy Bridgewater is going to get the majority of the reps here throughout the course of the week, but that there is still a chance for Baker Mayfield to play this game on Sunday. So it's either Teddy Bridgewater going or it is going to be a Baker Mayfield that is not 100%. No way he can be 100% after leaving that game last Sunday with the injury, the shortened week because of Thanksgiving. He's only participating in walkthrough practices. So it is going to be a compromised Baker Mayfield or Teddy Bridgewater under center for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it feels like if the Cardinals are going to turn this corner, if they are going to stop the bleeding, if they are going to snap this losing streak, if they are going to give us something positive, because that's all we want. And yes, last Sunday was a step in the right direction of positivity, but you're tired of watching this team lose. I'm tired of watching this team lose. I'm tired of coming in here and trying to find a new way to wrap up the conversation about a Cardinals loss, because guess what? It sounds repetitive. It sounds the same every Monday talking about the Arizona Cardinals losing football games because they follow similar themes. And I feel like we're pretty good at what we do here on the program. It gets a little difficult to say the same stuff over and over and over again every single Monday after a Cardinals game, but try to present it in a different way for all of you. Because you've watched the games just like we have. You're seeing the same stuff we're seeing. So you want something different. Could this Sunday be different? It's a Tampa team that is coming in about as low as you can get as a franchise right now in the middle of a season. Quarterback status up in the air. They've lost 3 games in a row. Now, yes, they've been against 3 solid football teams, 3 really good football teams. They lost to the Rams. They lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Bills. Nobody is going to make fun of the Bucs for losing to those 3 teams. The Patriots, the best team in the AFC. The Rams, the best team currently in the NFC. The Bills, a perennial contender in the AFC. You didn't lose to the Saints. You didn't lose to the Titans. You didn't lose to the Jets or the Raiders. You lost to 3 teams that are probably going to have a say in how this season finishes out in the NFL. But those 3 losses stacking up in a row, the status of their quarterback up in the air, a defense that has struggled to get after the quarterback, an offense that outside of Baker has struggled because of injuries. And so it feels like you're playing Tampa at the perfect time. So can this be the week that you stop the massacre of the last 3 weeks? Is Sunday a chance for you to get in the win column and for us to maybe for just a brief second, maybe it's just one segment on Monday's show. Maybe it doesn't carry over into Tuesday, into Wednesday, into Thursday, into Football Friday next week. But maybe for just a brief moment on Monday, we can open the program and I can hit this daily special button and we can talk about the Cardinals picking up their 4th win of the season. It's not going to change the outlook. It's not going to change their ability to make the playoffs. But you know what? I'll take feeling good on a Monday watching this football team. I'll take a win on Monday. And Tampa, and I almost made this a play. It's not a play. It missed the cut a little bit. Cardinals are only 3.5-point underdogs because the quarterback situation is so up in the air in Tampa here as this week progresses. And I would expect as we get closer to the game, and if Baker is officially ruled out, that the number might move more towards Arizona in this game because of the way Tampa has been playing lately. Now, the Cardinals will not have Walter Nolan in this game, so a huge piece of their defense. Scored a touchdown last Sunday's game. It's going to be out, so they'll have to figure out how they're going to get after the quarterback without Walter Nolan. Good thing that the Cardinals have invested a lot of time, money, resources into that side of the ball, but you hate to see Walter Nolan missing games already after coming back from the injury that he suffered that forced him to miss all that time at the beginning of the year. And that's a huge blow for this defense because Walter Nolan, unlike Darius Robinson last year, who came back and made his NFL debut in the middle of a season, Walter Nolan has been a more impactful player than Darius Robinson was last year. And so that is a key missing piece for this Cardinals defense, but Tampa's banged up on the other side. You played a close competitive game against Jacksonville the week prior, so we know that the team still has the fight in them. You know they're still going to play hard. They created 4 turnovers against Jacksonville last Sunday, so the defense can create those turnovers. The defense can make plays happen. It's all about putting it together. And so, listen, I wouldn't pick the Cardinals in this game. I said it earlier in the week. I think we said it on Monday's show. What about the way this team has played all season long tells you that you should pick them in any of the games that they play here down the stretch? But if looking at this schedule, trying to figure out a way for them to maybe get to 5-6 wins so that you just feel better at the end of the year that it wasn't a complete disaster, this is one of the games that I think I circle as a chance for this team against a compromised Tampa unit for them to get into win comp. Again, I'm not picking them, but this is a much more winnable game than it was maybe when we talked about it 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I think this is one of those games that when we looked at the schedule before the season, halfway through the season, you wrote off like, going to Tampa, it's not going to go your way that day. But knowing that the health of Baker Mayfield is probably not 100%, knowing it could be Teddy Bridgewater, this feels like a really good measuring stick for the Cardinals. And what I mean by that is, if it is Teddy Bridgewater and you come out like you did against Seattle, or you come out like you did against the 49ers.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Where do you really sit in the NFL?
If we come in here on Monday and we talk about a team that's unprepared to play Teddy Bridgewater and or Baker Mayfield, and we come in here and talk about a team that's undisciplined like they were against San Francisco with all those penalties, I mean, what are we even doing at that point?
At that point, I mean, this is the most important game for this coaching staff of the year.
I'd agree with that. Up until this point, I would say so, because I think we'd all be good with them showing the same fight that they showed last week against Jacksonville. But I know that I speak for many of you. You just want to see your football team win a game. It's not enjoyable to clear your Sunday, to sit down, to watch your football team play, and for them to be embarrassed like they were the 2 weeks before this game against Jacksonville. That's not enjoyable. Nor is it enjoyable to watch the way the Cardinals handled the end of game scenario, the way they handled themselves in overtime, the play call that ultimately decided the game on that 4th and 4. You don't like watching that style of football. You want to watch your team win. You don't want to watch your team commit 17 penalties and be an embarrassment. You don't want to watch your team give up 85 points in 2 weeks and be an embarrassment. A lot better things you could be doing with your Sunday than watching this team play football. And there's 6 games left on this calendar. 6. It's why I keep saying the Arizona Cardinals can tell us for the moment that they are going to maintain the status quo, that there aren't going to be any changes. 6 weeks is a long time in the NFL. 6 weeks is a long time for us to come in here every single day and have a conversation about another Cardinals loss, stacking up after another Cardinals loss, stacking up after another Cardinals loss. 3-8 is going to seem like a cakewalk if this team loses 3 more games in a row and gets to 3-11. You thought we were talking hot seat at 3-8. Imagine what we're going to be talking about at 3-11. So they've got to find a win at some point. They've got to find one. They have to find a couple just to cure our sanity. Because I think we're going insane watching this football team right now. And Tampa now feels like an opportunity. Now it feels like a chance where this game can be close in the 4th quarter. You can be competitive with this team, even though it's in Tampa, and we could be looking up at the 4th quarter of this game, and the Cardinals could have the ball with a chance to ice it or with a chance to go on a drive to win the football game. I really believe that with the way Tampa is playing, the way they've played the last couple of weeks, the compromised position they're in at quarterback, the Cardinals last week showed you that they can remain competitive and that they can fight. That's what I want to see again on Sunday. Now, I'd like to see a win, but I don't want to take a step backwards. I don't want to go back to what we saw the previous 2 weeks. I want a continuation of what we saw on Sunday. Now, if you're going to win the turnover battle 4-0, I'd like you to win the game too, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
Yeah, this is the conversation of how can this team build on what they did last week, right? Like, you took the Jags to overtime because you played with heart.
Yep.
And can you do that again? Or is that, oh my God, we came out, we gave it everything we had, and we still felt like we fell short?
Is that just a blip, what we saw last week? Was that kind of a last gasp effort from this team? And because even though they showed that fight, they showed that effort, it still ended up being a loss. Do they kind of turtle back up and we see the team more like the team that we saw against Seattle and against San Francisco? I don't know. At 3-8, it's hard to imagine what version of this team you're going to see on Sunday. Because you've just seen in many ways the same version every single week, and it's just not good enough.
It's not good enough at all. And this is, like I said, this is a make or break game for this regime.
Yeah, I don't want to say that there's a world of a difference between 4-8 and 3-9 because there isn't really. But at 3-9, now what would that be? 4 games in a row again? You'd have 2 very lengthy losing streaks. That would be 9 of your last 10 that you've lost. I'm sorry. You then start to run out of excuses. The injuries, sure, everybody's got injuries. The quarterback, you picked this quarterback to be the backup, to be thrusted into action exactly in this scenario. And if you want to blame Kyler Murray for all of this, I will continue to say, I think a quarterback change is required, but what we are seeing is not just because of the quarterback. The Arizona Cardinals are not losing football games just because of their quarterback play. I thought Jacoby Brissett played fine on Sunday. I thought he played fine. The previous 2 weeks when the defense gave up 40 points in each of those games, was that on the quarterback?
Whoa. He set a new regular season NFL completion record.
My apologies to Jacoby Brissett. It's a great point.
Played fine.
Yeah, it's an excellent point. That's right.
NFL regular season completion record. Who cares?
Yeah, that's how I feel about that. But I hear you.
So the actual record is in the postseason.
It's Ben Roethlisberger, correct?
In the game they lost the Jaguars.
What was it, 49, 48? Forget what the actual number was.
Yeah,
that's the overall NFL record. But for the regular season, they don't count the postseason for those. So that is a separate. Now there's 2 separate record books, right? We have the regular season record book, and then there's the playoff one. Do they sit next to each other in the drawer, or are they?
They are next to each other.
They're next to each other.
He completed 47 passes in a playoff game against Cleveland.
So Jacoby Brissett actually tied Roethlisberger, but set the regular season
record. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not just quarterback play. There's a lot of factors that have gone into why this team is 3-8. And so I hate to sound like a broken record. I said it at the top of the segment. Can I see the fight? Can I see the fight, which is exactly the bar we asked this team to clear last week? Can you build, producer Evan, I think, said it best, can you build on playing a close competitive football game again? And I hate that at 3-8, that's how we're talking about this team.
And it just feels like, that's the biggest thing is, gosh, where is the time going? Before the season, we were talking about, hey, could they go 10-7? They go 9-8. Now we're talking about building on your 3rd win, a loss in overtime to get your 4th win of the year.
Right. Like before the year, we're talking playoffs. We're talking double-digit wins. We're talking being in the mix for the division. This is the team that we said was the 2nd best roster in the NFC West. And that feels like eons ago that we had that conversation. And here we are, about to be Thanksgiving tomorrow. This is a 3-8 football team that's picking inside the top 10 of the NFL draft. And we're wondering if the coaching staff is going to come back next year. If the GM is going to come back next year. If this roster is actually as good as we thought it was. And we are talking about a team that lost in overtime at home. But we're actually excited about that because it was better than the previous 2 weeks. And it's actually a building block for this team. That's how far this franchise has fallen from the start of the year to the end of the year. Maybe shame on us for setting the high expectations on this team. Maybe shame on us for assuming that this coaching staff could do the necessary things to win football games. But boy, did I not expect this to be the conversation. I expected that if this team missed the playoffs, it was because they went 8-9. They lost a close game late. Maybe they went 7-10. I did not expect the bottoming out that we have seen from this team. Their 3 wins this year are against a New Orleans Saints team that's picking inside the top 5, a Carolina team whose season is over and is about to be over this weekend, and a Dallas team who's playing an elimination game tomorrow on Christmas. Those are your 3 wins. That's not the college football playoff resume that's going to, earn you one of the 12 seeds in the college football playoff. You're not getting an at-large with that resume.
No, and guess what? You have 0 dial points in any of those wins.
Right.
By the way, you have 0 because you took
almost lost the Saints game. Almost lost the Panthers game.
The Saints and the Panthers had the ball down 1 score with the ability to win it, and
Panthers recovered an onside kick, and they were driving to do the exact same thing.
It was, the first 2 that you could have very well been 0-2.
I at no point this year have I said the Cardinals have been overly impressive. And now they're 3-8, and they're facing a Tampa team that, despite all of that, despite everything I just said, They can win this football game on Sunday. They can beat this Tampa team who is compromised. Their vibes are low. They've lost 3 in a row to really good teams. If they're not careful, they're going to slip out of the division race. They're going to slip out of premier playoff positioning. I mean, it was a month ago. We were talking about Tampa threatening the Eagles for the top spot in the NFC. That isn't even remotely a conversation now about this Tampa squad. So it's a winnable football game. Can you keep it a winnable football game? That's what I want to see once again this week from this Cardinals team. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to hang out with us here today on the show. You can also chat away with us over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, it is a pair of NBA Cup games this week. It starts tonight with the Suns in Sacramento to take on the Kings. We'll preview it next. It's lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
KDUS AM 1060 is your home for the Jim Rome Show.
This is what I mean when I say that was a collapse for the ages. An all-time tank job. Not only did the Giants lead 19-0 going into the fourth quarter, they scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, and they still lost. The Giants were 99.8% to win that game, according to ESPN. But according to the Broncos, the number was actually 0.0%.
Here on KDUS AM 1060 and on the KDUS 1060 app.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Sticks. The hits. Live at Celebrity Theater. Friday and Saturday, January 9th and 10th. With special guest Max Gomez. Tickets on sale now at CelebrityTheater.com. A trip through all their best. Don't miss Sticks Live. Produced by Danny Zalisco Presents.
Only 50% of Arizonans believe their health insurance will cover them in a major medical emergency, like a car accident or an unexpected life-changing diagnosis. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona aims to change that perception. AZ Blue often takes care of more than 99% of hospital charges in major emergencies, protecting you and your family from devastating financial consequences. To learn more about how AZ Blue protects its members, head to azblue.com/true story.
This winter, step into a world of wonder at the Tianyu Lights Festival, open now through January 4th at Camelback Ranch, Glendale, and Phoenix. Explore the 4 new themes: Bugs Aglow, Colors of Holidays, Rainforest, and Prehistoric Animals, which feature 70 glowing handcrafted lanterns. Enjoy delicious foods and beverages at our food court, explore the interactive lanterns, and complete your visit with a trip to the marketplace where you'll find unique souvenirs. Don't miss this unforgettable holiday experience. Tickets are available now.
Rome here through Rome Report. Last night, San Francisco, Carolina tilt actually was way more important than you would have expected. And the Niners did what they do. They find a way to grind through their injuries and they get over. They were able to overcome 3 first-half Brock Purdy picks because Carolina did almost nothing to capitalize on those gifts. I actually expected more from an allegedly improved Carolina team. Instead, all we really got from them was safety Trayvon Merrick sparking a post-game brawl after punching Niners receiver Juwan Jennings in the package moments earlier.
Yeah, the guy took a cheap shot and hit him in the balls, and I was real proud of Juwan for not losing his mind out there.
Look, violent game. Frustrations boil over. I get it. But there has to be a fundamental respect and code among gladiators, and punching another unsuspecting warrior in the nad is not it, Trayvon. Clean it up, dude. Do better. I'm Jim Rome.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
Join in on the Sports Zoo with Dave Rooster Beerstein.
Oklahoma City taking out everybody on their way to a championship. One of the youngest, I think they average 26 years old,
Yeah.
Rich. As long as they have the Derek Jeter, Michael Jordan team, or at least one person on that team, hopefully it's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They have a chance. And listen, it's human nature to be the best and think, I'll be the best again. And then you fall short. I'm going to say Oklahoma City will not go back-to-back.
Live weekdays from 5 to 6 p.m. here on KDUS AM 1060 and on the KDUS 1060 app.
We've got the Week 13 NFL look-ahead coming up in about 8 minutes or so from now. But before we can get to any of the football of the week, we've got some very important basketball to attend to tonight at 8 o'clock because it is the third of the 4 NBA Cup group stage games that the Phoenix Suns will be playing. They actually will play the third and fourth of those group stage games between now and the next time that we all get together here on this program, because it is tonight in Sacramento, then it's off for Thanksgiving, and then it is Friday night in Oklahoma City. And we will know then at the conclusion of those games on Friday whether or not the Suns will be moving on to the knockout stage of the NBA Cup. That starts tonight with Sacramento. We have told you the pathway here for the Suns. Got to get to 3 wins. Have to find a way to be at least 3-1. Anything short of that is not going to let you win this group, nor will it allow you to be the wild card team, the 4th team that gets in on the Western Conference side. For this Kings team tonight, they will be without Domantas Sabonis. Dennis Schroeder is a question mark. He is listed as questionable. The Suns will be without Grayson Allen and Ryan Dunn. Mark Williams should return to the lineup. This is a Kings team that has won 2 in a row, but before that had a 8-game losing streak. So a 5-13 basketball team that has not been very good this year. Over the last 2 weeks, this is the worst offense in terms of efficiency in basketball. Only 23rd best on the defensive side overall for the season. They're bottom 5 efficiency-wise on both ends of the floor. So despite being banged up, Suns need this game tonight. And the Suns not only need this game, they need a massive margin of victory because it's not just enough to win. The tiebreaker in all of this is going to be the point differential. Producer Evan, do you happen to have the NBA Cup standings readily available for us to do what is our favorite pastime here on this program? Attempt to do math live on the radio. We are terrible at this.
And honestly, when am I not staring? You've seen for the last few days. When am I not staring at the Cup standings?
It's true. The NBA Cup standings are a permanent tab in your Google Chrome browser that you're constantly looking at. Can you tell me where things currently stand entering play tonight for the Phoenix Suns? We're just going to look at their group for the moment.
So in West Group A, you have the Thunder and the Suns both at 2-0. The Thunder are the first team due to their 63-point differential. The Suns fall second because they have a 23-point differential. The Timberwolves are the third team. They've played 3 games, though, compared to the Suns and Thunder, too. They're 2-1, but they have a 53-point differential. And the Kings are 0-2, as well as the Jazz being 0-3. They both have -45 and -94-point differential.
So tonight, the Suns will take on the Kings. The Thunder will take on the Timberwolves. So, root for the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes, you're rooting for the Minnesota Timberwolves because then they would be 3-1, the Suns would be 3-0, and the Thunder would be 2-1. So then it would be win and you're in for the Suns.
Not necessarily. You're saying, oh, if they beat the Thunder. Yeah, if they go 4-0, they're going to win the group. But here is where it becomes a little interesting. The Suns have the tiebreaker over the Timberwolves because they've already beaten them. So if those two teams end up tied at 3-1, and for whatever reason, let's say the Suns lose tonight, but they somehow beat Oklahoma City, right? They would have the head-to-head over Oklahoma City. They would have the head-to-head over Minnesota. And if Minnesota beat Oklahoma City tonight and Oklahoma City had 2 losses and it was Minnesota and Phoenix, you could take the point differential and throw it out. Suns beat the Timberwolves head-to-head. They're tied. They move on. They win the group. Now, I don't want to get all Big 12 on everybody here to go through the tiebreakers. If multiple teams are tied, that's when it comes down to point differential.
And then you also, where I think the Suns are in a pretty good spot, actually, is remember they can get in as a wild card.
They can.
So the top non-group winner gets in to the tournament. And looking across the other groups in the West, the Clippers are in second at 2-1 with a -9 point differential.
No, -15 is what I'm looking at.
Oh, really?
That's what I got here. I have the ESPN standings up. They have the Clippers at 2-1 with a -15.
Yeah, and so then you also have the Nuggets. They're at 2-1. What do you have as their point differential?
I have their point differential as a +26.
That's what I have too.
So the Suns,
I don't know why that one was wrong.
Suns need to win tonight to get to 3. I think 3 is going to be the minimum, and then they need to run up the score. And they also would be rooting for. I would think you would want Oklahoma City to suffer a loss. Would be my guess. Because you would want you to be 3-0, the Timberwolves to be 3-1, the Thunder to be 2-1. You would want everybody else to have a loss other than you in your group. But yes, right now, if we look at the second place teams, it is Phoenix, it is the Clippers, it is the Nuggets. The Suns right now as a second place team are 3 points short of beating out the Nuggets for that wild card spot. So the results matter. Now, I have a question for you, producer Evan. Do we know who the Nuggets play tonight? If they play tonight. Doesn't look like they do. Looks like they play on Friday for their NBA Cup game. They play the Spurs, so they're not playing a pushover. And if the Spurs win, they get to 2-1 in the group play. Their point differential is +10. So you're probably rooting for the Spurs. You're looking to get to 3-1 and you're rooting for the Spurs, would be my guess. So take care of business tonight, win this game against Sacramento, get to 3 wins, and then we can worry about what the different, clinching scenarios are for the Phoenix Suns. But doesn't matter that the Suns are banged up. This is a Kings team they've already beaten this season. Kings are shorthanded. They don't have Sabonis. You should win this basketball game, and you should win it comfortably. And double-digit margin or greater, I think, has to be the floor for this team tonight. You have to win this game by 10 points or more to feel really good about where you're at point differential going in to Friday's game against Oklahoma City. We've got football to get to. All of the Week 13 action. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of it. We'll get to it next. It's the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060.
It's the Dan Patrick Show.
Shohei Ohtani had 2 home runs, 2 doubles. They also walked him 5 times, 4 intentionally. They've gotten to the point where he's getting Bonds treatment. I want you to pitch in shame. If you're going to intentionally walk him, I want you to throw the 4 pitches that look silly because you don't want to face him. I don't want it to be, hey, we're going to walk him and I point him to first base. Nope. I want you to acknowledge that you can't get him out and you throw those 4 pitches.
Weekdays, 7 to 10 a.m. right here on KDUS AM 1060 and the KDUS 1060 app.
It's frustrating when people intervene on you, but they have problems of their own. It's like when someone sends you a text, but the text comes from their email address. I hate this. Your name at iCloud, they FaceTime you from their email address? Are you calling on a child's iPad?
Emmy-winning comedian John Mulaney announces his new tour, Mr. Whatever. Celebrity Theater, Friday, March 6th. Tickets on sale now at etix.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
What makes the holidays the most wonderful time of the year at the Disneyland Resort? It's seeing the skies brightened with unforgettable fireworks. Gathering with family for a Christmas fantasy parade, taking in the music, food, and fun of Disney Festival of Holidays, watching the dazzling world of color happiness, and so much more. It's a time filled with joy when the place you know and love is wrapped up in the holiday spirit. And it's made all the more happy during the Disneyland Resort's 70th celebration. So what are you waiting for? The holidays begin here from November 14th through January 7th. Visit Disneyland.com for important details.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Right now at Del Taco, you can get 2 grilled chicken tacos for just $3. You hear that? That's the real sizzle of a real grill. At Del Taco, we freshly grill our marinated chicken right here in our kitchens. Not some factory far, far away. It's what makes our grilled chicken tacos a top seller for over 30 years. So come get 2 grilled chicken tacos, made to order for only $3. A real good deal we can all use right now. Only at Del Taco. Del, yeah. Price and participation may vary.
Empty slogans and cute jingles. Lawyers love to act like they care. Do they back it up? Hi, I'm Mark Breyer.
And I'm Alexis Breyer. We're the husband and wife law team. One study found that half of all clients were unhappy with the lawyer they hired. The number one complaint, a total lack of communication.
We take client happiness seriously. That's why we survey all our clients and know that over 97% are happy. Do your research. Call the husband and wife law team first.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
ASU women's basketball continues here on KDUS AM 1060. The Ladies Sun Devils look to continue to win on the court as they take on Little Rock. With Coach Molly Miller at the helm, ASU has proven their skills on the court all season long. It's ASU defending home court against Little Rock this Friday morning. A pregame at 10 a.m. and tip-off at 10:30 right here on KDUS AM 1060, online at KDUS1060.com and on the KDUS 1060 app.
Lots of football to get to. The Week 13 preview, we call it the NFL look ahead. Everybody's playing this weekend. Everybody.
Also, real quick, can I touch on something?
Is it football related?
It is not. Kind of related to the last segment. Not really, but kind of.
I'll allow it.
Okay. A lot of big basketball. Also catch ASU.
Oh, great shout.
Playing in the Maui Invitational Championship.
That's right.
Against USC.
Big win over Washington State last night. They will be taking on USC in the championship. With a win, I believe they would get to 7-1 to start the year. A very impressive start for ASU, and potentially could have some hardware. To start.
That's a really, really impressive feat.
Yes, it would be. That's something you put in the trophy case. Okay. The tour guide to take us around the NFL. Producer Evan, the floor is yours.
We start on Thanksgiving morning.
Oh, baby.
By the way, everything stateside.
Nothing better
on a stateside holiday
than some Thanksgiving football.
You wake up in the morning here locally.
Turkey's been in the oven for a couple of hours.
You start to smell it. You know what that means it's time for? Packers at Lions in Detroit, a little Thanksgiving tradition. And this time, it's a big one and has major division implications. Lions 3-point favorites at home. They'll be in the throwbacks.
Yeah, this feels like teams trying to position themselves to be right there if the Bears trip up. And if you look at the schedule, that could happen this week. Put yourself in a position to take advantage of the Bears tripping up at some point here because the Bears, the leaders in the NFC North. I'm still worried about this Packers offense. I know it was better last week against Minnesota. It's still too up and down for me. The Lions defense is a bit of a question mark after giving up 30-plus points to the Giants and their shorthanded unit. But the one thing I don't question, Detroit's ability to score. Even with injuries, they've got a ton of talent. They're super creative with their play calling. Jahmyr Gibbs is a difference maker. Get him the ball and get out of the way. It's really that simple for them to get their offense going. So should be a good one. Both teams need the game, need to set themselves up to be there if the Bears fall.
From one tradition into the next. Lions at home into Cowboys at home. This time, the Chiefs head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys in what I've deemed an elimination game.
Yeah, we've said it.
Chiefs, 3.5-point favorites on the road.
We've said it here on the show. We think this is an elimination game. We think the loser of this game will miss the postseason. I think there's a chance both teams miss the postseason, but I do think the loser of this game, guaranteed, you can lock it in, doesn't make the postseason.
We finish off dinner with a little division action in the AFC North. Bengals travel to Baltimore with Joe Burrow to take on the Ravens. Ravens still 7-point favorites at home.
Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, prime time. You're enjoying a little apple pie. You're enjoying a little ice cream. You're enjoying the desserts, maybe some brownies, some cookies. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, prime time. Is this the get-right spot for Baltimore's offense, which has been lackluster as of late?
Little leftover action on Friday afternoon.
Gimmick infringement. Leftovers on Friday. We do the leftovers here on this show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do.
Same.
Bears travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles on Black Friday. Eagles will be in their all-black uniforms to celebrate the day. 7-point favorites at home are the Eagles.
Test for this Bears team at 8-3. I've been critical of Caleb Williams' play all year long, completing under 60% of his passes. I just think it's Cinderella, and the clock is going to strike midnight here pretty soon. That's just how I feel about the way Caleb Williams is playing. This is a test where maybe they can prove me wrong. I said this about Denver a couple of weeks ago, and they beat Kansas City. You haven't heard me criticize Denver a whole lot over the last couple of weeks. For the Eagles, it's a win to avoid a riot, because if they lose this game, Eagles fans are going to riot.
Coming off two big wins, the 49ers travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns to start the Sunday slate of games. San Francisco, 4.5-point favorites on the road.
Are the 49ers the most under-talked about good team in football? They're 8-4, and nobody pays attention to them.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a strange team.
8-4. And we're just not talking about them the way we were talking about the 8-3 Bears, the 7-4 Bills. Like, they're just kind of forgotten about. And let me tell you something. They're going to get to 9-4. So
unless Cleveland has 10 sacks again.
I'll take the under on 10 sacks for Cleveland against San Francisco on Sunday.
The Jaguars travel to Nashville looking to get to 8-4.
You ready for this?
The Jags 6.5-point favorites on the road. And I'm telling you, just because he said ready for this, Chris is all over the Titans this week.
Trap game.
Yep.
Trap game for the Jags.
There it is.
You sneak by, you throw you get 4 turnovers, 3 picks against the Cardinals. You're feeling good, 7-4. You got all these teams in the rearview mirror. You're strutting your stuff. You're feeling great about yourself. Boom, Tennessee smacks you right in the face. And they get their second win of the season. Trap game. Trap game.
The Texans travel to Indianapolis and the Temple of Doom to take on Indiana Jones and the Colts. The 6-5 Texans playing the 8-3 Colts with major division implications. Colts 4.5-point favorites at home.
And all because Indy didn't finish the job against Kansas City. Houston wakes up and feels like they've got a chance in this division, especially now that they play the Colts right after that loss in Kansas City. Is this the start of the slide for Indy? Is this the start of Houston reemerging as a potential threat in the AFC South? Or is Indy well coached enough? They've got enough talent. Can they block out collapsing in Kansas City and pick up a victory against Houston? This is a fascinating game for both sides.
Major playoff implications as the Saints head to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Miami, 6-point favorites at home. Could they get to 5-7? At 5-7, is Mike McDaniel's job safe?
I have in my notes that this is the game nobody cares about. This is the game that nobody wants to see a single second from. Now, I've got Devon Achane in fantasy, so I would like to see those highlights. But boy, you jokingly said playoff implication, and there's just nothing about this game.
No, there's nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting.
The Falcons travel to New York to take on the Jets. Kirk Cousins looked a lot better in that offense last week. They're 2.5-point favorites on the road in New York.
They will be playing Sunday, it looks like, without Drake London. So going to have to find a way to get the ball to the other playmakers in this offense. The Jets played better in the first half against Baltimore, had a chance, kind of stumbled, tripped over themselves in the second half. So they've been playing some competitive football as of late. And this is an Atlanta team that, before Kirk Cousins stepped in and picked up a win, had lost 5 in a row. So the Jets can pull off the upset here and win this game. Atlanta needs this if they want to try to maybe go on a late run to make some noise in the NFC wildcard race.
The Los Angeles Rams travel to Carolina
to
take on the Carolina Panthers in what's going to be a windy, chilly day in Charlotte, North Carolina. Rams 10.5-point favorites at home and the most mispriced number of the week.
Dare I say, the most important game in the history of the lunch break.
Yeah, what was the other one that I took 3-point play on and you had the one? That one and this one, certainly.
Most important game in the history of the lunch break. I think this is where the Rams officially end the Panthers season.
I really hope if the Panthers win, I'm going to be taking a big victory lap.
If the Panthers win, the Daily Special might be the Panthers. I mean, there's an outside shot, especially if the Cardinals lose. I mean, I don't want to talk about
what are we going to talk about in that? Yeah.
Hey, they turned the ball over. Hey, they committed penalties. Hey, they're not good. All right. Panthers.
The Vikings travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Seattle 11.5-point favorites.
That's right.
It'll be Max Brosmer this week for the Vikings.
Sam Darnold revenge game on the menu. Serve it up. Serve it up, Sam. Revenge game incoming for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. They didn't cover last week against Tennessee. They cover this week against Minnesota.
The Bills travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers in what may be the game of Sunday's slate. Buffalo minus 3.5 on the road, taking on the Steelers.
Very rarely do you say this about a 7-4 football team. The Bills need this game.
I know.
They lose this game to 7-5. They don't have the tiebreaker over basically anybody that is in Kansas City. They lose all of their leverage to be a wild card team. And for Pittsburgh, they need this game because they just rolled out the red carpet and invited Baltimore to take the division from them. Both teams need this game badly.
This is a must-win for both teams.
Right.
And that's why it's going to be very fun to watch. I'm looking forward to this one.
If the Bills don't get this and they're 7-5, they might miss the playoffs.
Yeah, this is another game where it feels like the loser has a really good chance to miss the playoffs.
Jacksonville wins this week. Chargers win. We're going to talk about that game here in a second. And the Bills lose. Like, what's the path? You're going to drop a game to all those teams. Some of them have the tiebreaker against you. What's the path if the Bills lose on Sunday? It's going to be a path to a new coach and a new GM. That's what it's going to be a path to.
Certainly. The worst team in football takes on the Los Angeles Chargers. Congratulations to the Chargers on going 8-4. They are 8.5-point favorites against the Raiders at home.
You listen to that game right here on KDUS AM 1060.
You can, and I apologize. I trashed the Raiders.
Pre-game starting at 1:45. The kick will start at a little after 2 o'clock. You listen to that game right here on KDUS AM 1060. Speaking of that, you can also listen to, if you're driving around ahead of the Territorial Cup on Friday, Texas A&M, Texas. You can listen to it right here on KDUS AM 1060.
That's awesome. That's an awesome game.
So you got that.
And you can tune in right here,
Right
KDUS
here,
AM 1060.
5 o'clock, KDUS AM 1060. Oh, yeah, Chargers need this one. There's just that mess of teams in the wild card race. Can't afford to slip up. And this is a team that you should beat. So you cannot afford to lose this game.
The Denver Broncos take on the Washington Commanders, and a congratulations to the Broncos for going 10-2.
Yeah, so congratulations, because this is a very easy path for the Broncos to get to 10 wins.
Denver 6-point favorites on the road in Washington.
Congratulations to the Denver Broncos for being 10-2.
And that's it. That is the NFL look ahead.
You don't want to talk about Monday Night Football? You want to say?
Well, we typically don't, but I will. The New York Giants travel to New England to take on the New England Patriots in a 2-time Super Bowl rematch. This time, none of the returning characters. Patriots looking to get to 11 wins.
Yeah, and they're also looking to make it 10 wins in a row. That's the more impressive thing. Can the Patriots make it 10 in a row?
It's crazy they lost to the Raiders.
Crazy. Absolute insanity that they lost to the Raiders. That is your Week 13 NFL look ahead. When we come back, we'll wrap up hour number 1 here of the program. Buy or sell. Hottest takes in the Valley. They're coming your way next. It's the lunch break. KDUS, AM 1060.
NAU basketball right before Thanksgiving here on KDUS AM 1060. Join the Lumberjacks as they look to face off against Southeast Missouri State. With head coach Shane Burkhardt at the helm, the Lumberjacks are ready to show off their skills this Wednesday night. Join Mitch Stroman on the call live from the Roll Activity Center. It's NAU versus Southeast Missouri State. Pregame at 5:30 p.m. and tip-off at 6 right here on KDUS AM 1060. Online at KDUS1060.com and on the KDUS 1060 app.
Bad Omens. Do you feel love? North American Tour 2026. Live at Desert Diamond Arena, March 24th. Bad Omens. With special guests, Beartooth and President. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Bad Omens, live in Glendale.
At Zoo Lights, the Phoenix Zoo has everything you need to celebrate the season. Embrace the holiday spirit as millions of twinkling lights transform the zoo into a winter wonderland. With over 2 miles of glimmering tree-lined trails, dozens of animal lanterns, and the tallest floating tree in North America, featuring an all-new Lake Lights show. Warm up with s'mores, sip hot cocoa, and of course, get your photo with Santa. Zoo Lights, presented by SRP. Timeless tradition, endless wonder. Get tickets now at phoenixzoo.org.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Whether you're craving a Big Mac, McNuggets, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, make it a meal and save. Your favorite is now your wallet's favorite, too. Extra value meals are back.
Get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles extra value meal with hash browns and a small premium roast coffee for $5 at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
James Out West, your desert destination for sports here in the Valley.
And LSU said, yeah, we've had enough. They've had enough of the experience of Brian Kelly losing 3 out of the last 4, and 2 of which he lost to his coordinator. They were ex-coordinators of him. And the last 3 coaches they've had, they've all won national championship within 4 years. Coach O did it. Les Miles did it. Nick Saban did it. Brian Kelly did not. Yeah, out. Now the question is who they bring in.
Back Coach O.
Can't wait to see who that's going to be. No, I think he burned in bridges.
Every other Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. here on KDUS AM 1060.
Wrapping up hour number 1 here at the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. A little buy or sell. The hottest takes in the Valley. And I'm assuming 3 days worth of takes. The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday editions of Buy or Sell wrapped up here. And a nice present for us, as we are about an hour and change away from the weekend.
An hour and change away.
Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes from us turning off these microphones and calling it a weekend.
The Cardinals' best chance to win a game the rest of the season is Sunday.
You know what I'm going to ask, right?
Atlanta.
Atlanta stands out to me. They have Houston too, right?
They do.
And I know Houston's playing better. Yeah, man.
I mean, that defense is
that's what I was just gonna
relentless.
say.
They may not score
Right,
against Houston.
that's the problem. I still think Atlanta is a better matchup for the Cardinals. I still think that's their better chance of a win. But it's getting late early.
Are you more or less confident playing Atlanta with Kirk Cousins?
I'm less confident playing Atlanta with Kirk Cousins.
I agree.
But I still think they can win the game, but I'm less confident than if it was Michael Penix Jr.
I totally agree.
I maybe I'm not able to see the forest through the trees. I can't get to more than 4.
I can't either.
It's gonna be a 4-13 football team.
I can't either. I mean, the Dallas game feels like it was a complete
feels like the Twilight Zone.
oasis in the middle of a desert.
It feels like the Twilight Zone.
It just I don't know what happened that night on Monday night. I have no idea.
It just feels like the Twilight Zone.
It really does. The Suns will need another big night from Dylan Brooks without Grayson Allen or Ryan Dunn.
Certainly. They're going to need somebody else to step up alongside Devin Booker because Ryan Dunn, Grayson Allen are 2 candidates that you look to provide that secondary scoring, again, just while Jalen Green is out. And Dylan Brooks is that savvy veteran who can knock down important shots and isn't going to be afraid to shoot it, even if he's not shooting it well. He's going to have the confidence to stay in rhythm. So, yeah, Dylan Brooks is the guy. Bye.
D-backs will make their first move of the offseason while we are away on Thanksgiving break.
So we get back here on Monday, and we have a move to break down. That's what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you.
You know what? I'm going to be super optimistic and say yes. I will buy. There will be a move for us. But they did bring back James McCann a couple of days ago.
That doesn't really count.
Okay.
Is it a trade or is it a free agent signing?
I think it is a trade. I think it is more likely to be a trade than it is a free agent signing.
Okay. I don't disagree. Don't disagree at all. The Arizona State Sun Devils will win the Maui Invitational.
They're playing a good USC team tonight, right? Who already has one upset as part of this bracket. But ASU beat Texas earlier. They beat Washington State last night. By the way, the kid for Washington State dropping 40, and it's still not enough.
I know.
It's crazy.
Sun Devils, 5.5-point dogs against USC.
Yeah, this is a good USC team.
Very good USC.
I will sell. The dream stops here. There will be no Maui Invitational trophy coming back.
That's so lame of you.
Sorry. I felt like I was doing too much buying. I was being honest. I was doing too much buying. I got to that take, and I was like, let me mix in a sell. I don't really feel one way or the other. I just wanted a little balance.
Just
trying to mix in the balance in the portfolio, you know?
The loser of the Lions-Packers game won't make the playoffs.
Trying to think of who else. Loser of that game. Not worried about Dallas.
So in the NFC
Not
playoff
worried about
picture,
Carolina,
as it currently sits, it gets a little choppy because you have Detroit and Green Bay and San Francisco all playing for 2 spots. You assume Seattle is going to run away with the 5 seed. So then you have Green Bay, San Francisco, and Detroit all fighting for the 6 and 7 seed. The loser of that game currently falls out. The winner is back up to the 6 seed, maybe the 3 seed because of the Bears. You could also have the Bears fall out entirely.
I mean, you know where my bet's going to go.
The Bears.
I would think it's more likely the Bears fall out.
So here's the biggest thing for me, and I said this the other day. Just got to get to 11. Got to get to 11 wins. The Bears only need 3 more.
Right. What's their schedule look like?
And
I don't think they win on Friday.
So if they lose, then they have Green Bay.
They could lose that game.
Cleveland.
They could win that game. That's
Green
9.
Bay.
Yeah, they could lose that game.
San Francisco.
They could lose that game.
Detroit.
You see an easy path to 11?
No.
I barely see a path to 10.
I see 9, certainly.
I see 9, certainly, because you beat Cleveland.
I think they'll split with Green Bay. I think that's fair to say they split with Green Bay because Jordan Love could be any quarterback. He could be way worse than Caleb Williams or way better than Caleb Williams on any given day.
So that gets you to 10.
And then you just need to beat the Niners. If Brock Purdy throws 3 picks again, they're not beating the Bears.
Again, the Honda Civic of the NFL, San Francisco 49ers.
Well, to be the Honda Civic, they need McCorkle.
I don't know if that's 100% accurate. So I will sell the take that is an elimination game for those two teams. Hour number 1 of the program, done, in the books. Hour number 2, a Territorial Cup preview. Coming up next, it's the lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
For over 60 years, Fisher Tools has been the Valley's trusted source for quality, precision, and power. Family owned and operated for 3 generations, we're proud to be a local Tempe business offering the best tools and supplies for every construction job. With the largest selection of power tools in the Valley, from Milwaukee to Makita to DeWalt and more, we've got everything you need to get the job done right. And with our dielectric glove testing facility on site, you can trust the safety of your gear. Looking for the latest innovations? Join Fisher Tools for our annual customer appreciation event on December 3rd. It's a day packed with product demos, giveaways, and over 30 top vendors from the tool industry. Enjoy a free lunch and hang with the Big Red Radio with free parking, fun, and all the tools you need. We're known for having everything in stock because our slogan is, if we don't have it, we can't sell it. See why we've been the Valley's go-to for tools for over 60 years. Visit Fisher Tools today in-store or online at fishertools.com.
The Maricopa County Air Quality Department encourages everyone to burn cleaner, burn better. Consider converting your existing wood-burning fireplace to gas or electric. And please remember, on no burn days, do not burn wood.
The Marshall Tucker Band. Get ready for a night of legendary Southern rock and sing along to all the classics. The Marshall Tucker Band with special guest Firefall, bringing their timeless hits. February 28th at the Celebrity Theater. Tickets on sale now at celebritytheater.com. The Marshall Tucker Band and Firefall, brought to you by Danny Zalisco Presents.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
It is hour number 2 of the lunch break here on KDUS AM 1060. 1 hour away from the weekend, 1 hour closer to Thanksgiving. We've got picks to make later on this hour. We'd love for you to get involved and represent Team Listener. Phone number for that a little bit later on is going to be 480-864-1060. But right now it is a Territorial Cup preview because the Sun Devils will take on the University of Arizona Friday night, 7 o'clock, under the lights. Both teams ranked in the latest edition of the CFP Top 25. ASU up all the way to 20. U of A making their debut at number 25. The Sun Devils, a small underdog coming into this game. Producer Evan, you will be in attendance, correct, for this game on Friday night?
I'll be up there.
Up there in the booth?
Up there in the booth.
Hanging out with the Sun Devil Radio Network. And it's a big one because it is step one in what is a very large plan for the Sun Devils to return to the Big 12 championship here next week or a couple weeks from now. Requires a win, and then it requires a bunch of help. But the most important part, the help doesn't matter if the Sun Devils don't win this football game, and they are taking on a U of A team that sports the same record as the Sun Devils, a U of A team that is playing their best football here as of late, and hence being reflected by the, 1.5 point spread that favors U of A going into this game on Friday night. I think that's where it opened.
1.5 point favorites is U of A.
So they're still at 1.5?
Yes.
This ASU team has been counted out numerous times throughout the year. They've been counted out early when they suffered some bad losses. They were counted out when Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson both went down with injuries. And I'm sure there are many out there that are counting them out here for this game on Friday night, counting out that they could return to a Big 12 championship. I am just enthralled by the fact that here we are, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the Wednesday before the Territorial Cup, and we can go through the history of what this means to both universities and just how important of a game this is. But we are still talking about a pathway for this team to make the Big 12 title. It is still mathematically possible, and it's not out of the realm of possibility for the Sun Devils to get the 2 losses they need over the weekend, in addition to their win on Friday, and to be defending their Big 12 championship. It's one thing to be the reigning Big 12 champs. It's another thing to actually fully defend it. You go through the regular season, you get back to the Big 12 title game, and you can defend and try to go for back-to-back. That's pretty cool. That would be a really cool milestone. And the fact that it is still possible is a credit to not just Kenny Dillingham and the coaching staff, but a credit to these players in this program. Just an incredible job to not feel sorry for themselves, to suffer the losses that they've suffered both in the record books, but in terms of injuries, and to just constantly and consistently dust themselves off, get themselves back up, and get ready for the next game. It's been a great run since Jeff Sims has taken over at quarterback. Iowa State, West Virginia, Colorado, taking care of business against the teams that they should be able to beat, and then they pull off that upset of Iowa State along the way, which has made all of this possible. Just an incredible story that this team's still in the mix here with one regular season game to go. And before the year, this is what I said would mark a successful season, and so I'm going to stand by it. This has been a successful year for ASU.
And given everything, right? Like, I think it may have still been successful had you been out last week, right? Came up a little short, and you ended up getting knocked out last week. You still lost the starting quarterback. That's not what happened, though. They came out, and the kids in that locker room, the head coach, the entire staff, the community that sold out every home game along the way deserve a lot of credit for what this team was able to accomplish this year, because there was 5 chances probably this year where this team could have quit, and they didn't do it once.
And you wouldn't fault them for it.
Not at all.
You wouldn't fault them for this season at different points falling apart at the seams. And it being a 7-5 year, a 6-6 year, where, yeah, they made a bowl game, but it was nowhere near what it should have been. Nobody would have faulted ASU for this season sliding off the tracks. It's done anything but. It's done anything but that. And now they have a chance to at least win this game and say, other teams knocked us out. We did what we needed to do. We won every game we needed to down the stretch to force Texas Tech and BYU and Utah to win their games and not slip up. That's what Friday night entails for this team. I'm looking forward to it. It's the Territorial Cup. I always look forward to it, but a chance to put an exclamation point, I think, on this season.
This is the first time I can personally remember both teams being good since I've been in college. My freshman year was the 70-7 game. Then they stunk another year. ASU beat them up again. Then my junior year, Why does that one not stick out to me?
I wasn't in college with you in your junior year, so you're going to have to tell me what year that was to be able to help you out.
They were away. I think we may have lost. And then my senior year was we got crushed because that was Kenny's first year. And then last year we crushed them. I don't think I remember.
So you were in school from 2021?
20, the 70 to 7. So I think that's 2020.
Can you give me years? 2021?
I think it's 2020.
So 2020 through what? 2023?
Yes.
So 2020, COVID shortened season, 0-5. 2021, 1-11. 2022, 5-7. 2023, 10-3. That was U of A in those 4 years.
Yeah.
The third Jed Fish year where they popped off, they went 10-3. They won the Alamo Bowl, and then Jed Fish went to
Washington.
So that was those years. And ASU in that time, if I look up their history here, stand by. They were 3-9 in 23, which was the year that U of A went 10-3. And then it was 3-9 the year before that. It was 8-5 in 2021, and then it was 2-2 in 2020. So yeah, mixed bag for you. Now my couple years in college, I had a good run.
Did you have the 2018 game that was the blocked extra point?
So I had 2012, which was 8-5.
Nice.
I had 2013, which was 10-4. I had 2014, which is
the Notre Dame year.
First team out in the first ever college football playoff when they went 10-3. And then I had the bad 2015 where they went 6-7. And then there were 2 more years of Todd after that before they went to Herm. But yeah, that was my run. That's some pretty good years.
It was Todd Graham all 4 years for you?
It was Todd Graham all 4 years for me.
Okay. I had 3 different head coaches in my 4 years.
You had Herm,
Sean Aguano, Kenny Dillingham. Yeah.
I was a Todd Graham guy when I was in the student.
That's a good one. Todd Graham, it's a good time.
I mean, I was spoiled. I mean, the 4 years I was at school, they went 8-5, 10-4, 10-3, 6-7. 6-7 was the worst.
2 10-win seasons.
Yeah. A Sun Bowl win, a Fight Hunger Bowl win. I mean, that year in
Fight Hunger Bowl win?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
They won that in 2012.
Are you getting excited about the prospect of going to the Pop-Tart Bowl?
Again, requires them to play in the Big 12 title game. So, yes, I'm excited that it's on the table, but if they get to the Big 12 title game,
I want the playoff.
I'm going to dream a little bigger than the Pop-Tart Bowl.
So
it will be a great consolation prize after the fact, but I will be rooting for them to win the Big 12.
So, like last week, I was looking at Pop-Tart Bowl merch from last year. Think about some of the merch. The resale value on a Pop-Tart Bowl quarter zip, incredible. I saw it on eBay for $500. So get down to the Pop-Tart Bowl, everybody. Buy up the merch.
In case anybody wonders what producer Evan does in terms of helping put together the show, you just got a very interesting glimpse on the preparation that he undertakes to be ready for this show every day.
I prepare, and then I get distracted.
I'm not saying you're unprepared for the show, but if you want to understand the mind of a producer, you just got a very interesting glimpse of what that's like.
Yep. Yeah.
Guys looking up resale value of Pop-Tart Bowl merchandise.
Well, I thought about buying Pop-Tart Bowl merchandise in case ASU goes. I was like, wow, they definitely have some nice stuff. And then I got down the rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, the resale value on this stuff is incredible.
Can I tell you what bothers me looking at the ASU schedule? That home loss to Houston really sticks out.
As
the one that's you're gonna look back and be really disappointed.
That's the one you're gonna be kicking yourself about.
Because you're not gonna kick yourself about Utah. You didn't have your quarterback on the road, fine. And then after that, you beat Texas Tech, you beat Iowa State, you beat West Virginia, you beat Colorado. If you beat U of A, you can't go back and say, hey, losing to Mississippi State, that's not a conference game. So Baylor and Houston, but that Houston game at home, you're ranked. That's the one that's going to hurt.
And that game was 24-0 Houston.
Yeah, you
remember
never had a chance.
Connor Weigman, who was the Houston quarterback. For one night of all a year, he was Tim Tebow. They couldn't bring him down.
That's the one that's going to hurt.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns. He broke a 50-yarder. They couldn't move the ball without Jordan Tyson. Remember, that was the game Malik McClain had a Michael Wilson style 160-yard game.
I'm looking at the scores for the week. So Utah plays Kansas at 10 a.m. on Friday. So wake up nice and early on Friday. Get your shopping done early. And then get yourself on the couch and root for Kansas against Utah. That's at 10 o'clock. And then after that, you have ASU against U of A. So there's a world where you could, if Kansas pulls off the upset against Utah, and that's a home game, if ASU wins, they will then go into Saturday just needing West Virginia or UCF to win. Could be that simple. Could be that easy for the Sun Devils.
Gosh, Texas Tech's a 23.5 point.
Yeah, West Virginia. I mean, you saw this West Virginia team. They're not very good.
I just didn't expect it to be that large.
I mean, BYU's a 17.5 point favorite against UCF. So the Sun Devils are going to need a lot of help here.
I've never been a bigger Central Florida fan. Let me ask you a question. Were you pro UCF getting into the playoff when they had those teams? When they hung the national championship banner?
So I'm going to just answer this with a one-word answer, but I'm also going to tell you something afterwards. The answer is yes, I was.
Okay.
Do yourself a favor. You know our mutual friend?
Yes.
We were doing radio together at the time. Just with unprompted, call him today and ask him that question and see the answer that you get. Because I made it my mission on air to defend UCF.
No, they shouldn't have gotten it.
To the point where, to this day, we still talk about
it. I'll call him after the show.
National champions, hang the banner.
He's going to, by the way, I'm sure this week is swamped.
Yeah, he's a little busy. I don't think he's going to answer you, but you can give it a shot. Because he's got a lot going on.
He does. It's a busy week.
It's a busy week for him. Although today might actually not be that busy.
No, probably not, honestly.
Because basketball's on the road, so he's not with them. Women's basketball
probably got out of the office a little early because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. They play tomorrow.
Right. It's a home game.
It's a home game.
Yeah, he may actually be more available than you'd think today.
No, honestly, if there's a day he might be available this week.
We have, I think, the most important top 5 list in the history of the program coming up on the other side.
The most important top 5 list.
Because when we come back, it is our top 5 Thanksgiving side dishes. Now, last year, I think producer Corey and I did a draft of Thanksgiving side dishes. So this is a little different this year. This is just going to be a top 5, battle it out who's got the better list. We'll do it next. It's the lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
On your ride home from work, join in on the Sports Zoo with Dave Rooster Beerstein.
If we owned our own football team called the Angry Roosters and we kept signing people to contracts and they weren't honoring their contracts and kept demanding raises, at what point do we throw our hands up and just say no to everybody? We signed you to a contract. Play out your contract, and that's it. You earn a better contract on your next one, we'll pay you for that.
Live weekdays from 5 to 6 p.m. here on KDUS AM 1060 and on the KDUS 1060 app.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Jaw-dropping stunts, high-flying tricks, heart-pounding excitement. Nitro Circus is back. The all-new off-the-rails tour. Gravity-defying thrill seekers and world-class daredevils at the top of their game. FMX, BMX, skate, scooter, and everything in between. Experience all new competitions that pit the best against the best in never-been-done showdowns. Nitro Circus. Friday, December 5th. Desert Diamond Arena. Join the action at Ticketmaster.com.
'Tis scratches season, and all through the state, the Arizona Lottery is giving people something to celebrate. Grab your friends and gather round for the chance to win $250,000 with Cash Countdown. Peppermint scented candy cane cash is available at any Arizona Lottery retailer in a flash. Gift these and 4 more games for any reason, because there are more than $80 million in prizes this season. This year and all, we wish you a happy holiday. From Arizona Lottery, love the play.
If you don't have gas in your home, but something doesn't smell good.
Ew, what's that smell?
If it smells like rotten eggs, there could be a leak in your neighborhood.
Now what do I do?
If you suspect a leak, move fast, call 911 and Southwest Gas.
From a safe location.
But I don't have natural gas in my home.
Gas lines are buried all around, so even if you don't have gas.
I know, call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Visiting the 7-4 Lions. Both teams look like Super Bowl contenders, but living in the NFC North means nothing comes easy. One stumble could turn that hopeful season into a mad scramble for a wild card berth. Then at 4:30 Eastern, there's the pressure tightening on the Kansas City Chiefs, who sit at 6-5, still searching for the rhythm that once made them terrifying. Across the field, the surging 5-1 Cowboys, who suddenly look dangerous again. Both teams essentially playing playoff football in late November. And of course, there's the Ravens at 6-5, now with Lamar Jackson fighting to hold on to their place in the brutal AFC North. It's a lot of drama for November, but it's the kind of drama fans will be thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. Maaco's running a paint sale right now, starting at just $499. How about that? Now, if you've been thinking about maybe doing something with your car, don't pass up this opportunity, okay? There's dents, dings, chip paint. Maaco's seen it all. But for this price, take advantage of that, and you could give your ride a fresh look. Free estimate. They'll work with your budget. They'll get the job done fast. No pressure, no judgment, a fresh start, and you're going to have a national warranty to accompany it. And they're community-based, great people to work with, somebody you can trust to make your car look nice. A fresh ride. They've been doing it for over 50 years, and it's easier than ever for you to take advantage of this. Your car could use a little love. Now's the time. But don't wait. These paint sales will not last long. Visit Maaco, that's MAACO.com, and find the nearest location. Schedule that free estimate. And with the paint sale starting at just $499, your car is going to look awesome. Better get Maaco.
The Varsity Sports Show with Vince D'Alessio is your hub for everything high school and college sports. Join Vince and friends as they give you the full picture on student athletes and where they're heading. Live interviews with coaches across the valley.
Asking some of the tough questions.
Varsity recaps and in-depth interviews with tomorrow's sports stars. The Varsity Sports Show with Vince D'Alessio. Live every Saturday morning from 9 to 11 a.m. here on KDUS AM 1060 and on the KDUS 1060 app.
It's time for a list. The top 5 Thanksgiving side dishes. I'll give us our list music. Also doubles as the Schubert scale music, but who's paying attention to things like that?
Well, technically that's a list.
It's an excellent point by you. How many HMs you got? I got the normal 3.
I only have 1.
I'll tell you, I could narrow it down to just 1. 2 of these are probably going to be vetoed by the board.
Really?
I think so, because I think
So actually, I'll add a second because it would totally be on my list. But growing up, we never did it.
One of these falls into that category for me.
Okay.
One of them, I think there's going to be a technicality that I'm going to have to argue.
Okay.
You want me to start?
This is your HMs.
My HMs.
Yes. Yeah, give it to me.
So you want to talk about an HM list that is very all over the place. We've got a little bit of everything. We're representative here on the HMs. I got a vegetable, I got a meat, and I got something else that's
a meat.
And I got a fruit.
That's not a meat's not a side.
This is where I'm gonna argue a technicality.
Okay.
Give me a second. We'll start with the fruit. Sometimes you need something a little sweet with your turkey. A lot of carbs, a lot of salt. You want some sweet. How about some applesauce?
Whoa.
To go with your Thanksgiving meal?
What? I've never even heard of that.
Have some applesauce.
Okay.
Do you want the meat or the vegetable?
Give me the meat.
I have ham as an HM.
I'll give it to you.
I have ham as an honorable mention because there were many Thanksgivings growing up where somebody would bring a ham in addition to the big turkey. So the turkey's the main dish. It's the main entree. You have a side of ham with your turkey. So side of ham.
We had a Friendsgiving this week, and nobody really is going to go through making the turkey.
Sure.
So I just went to Costco, 3 rotisserie chickens.
I don't know if that would be, that's the main course, right? So that's not a side dish.
No, but so not an HM. I just thought that applied to the
ham conversation.
Yes.
And then the vegetable is peas.
Okay.
Not a huge fan, but it's one vegetable. It's one of the 2 vegetables I can tolerate.
Yep. So I would go, I didn't even have this as an HM, but I would go green beans over peas.
Yeah, I don't like green beans.
Okay.
Peas over green beans.
So the one of the, again, I just don't really associate this with Thanksgiving, but on a list I was looking at earlier, somebody had Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts.
No, standard for me for Thanksgiving. Every year we would make them only for one person. My dad was the only person who would eat Brussels sprouts.
I like good Brussels sprouts.
Still the only person.
I went to dinner last week. It was some of the best Brussels sprouts I've ever had at this place.
My parents are with my sister in Virginia. Guarantee you, tomorrow, Thanksgiving, Brussels sprouts will be made. He's the only one that's going to eat them. But they're made every year for him.
My other HMs, cranberry sauce.
Oh, you want to talk about one of the most overrated parts of Thanksgiving?
Spare
me with the cranberry sauce.
So I used to think that, and I'll get into why I don't. My other one was mac and cheese. And so I couldn't have it on my list because we never did it. Like I never had mac and cheese at the Thanksgiving table growing up. Back to cranberry sauce, though. So I used to agree with you. And then get this. Friday, you go out, you buy a nice roll, and you do a little cranberry sauce, maybe a little bit of mayo. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah, no, because mayo is just as bad as cranberry sauce.
Turkey, a little bit of gravy, a little bit of stuffing. Close that sandwich. You got yourself a nice sandwich.
I can make a nice post-Thanksgiving sandwich and just not have the cranberry sauce.
No, you can't because then you just don't have enough flavor.
What do you mean? I can use the gravy from something else on my list here.
That's okay. Yeah, fair. Number 5. Would you like to go first?
I have a vegetable at number 5.
So do I.
Corn.
Same. Corn. It's so versatile.
Versatility is exactly the word that I would use to describe corn. And there's just something about the corn being next to the mashed potatoes and gravy on the plate.
Yes, and you mix them up together.
Now, wait a second. Now, this is going to...
Is gravy a side?
We'll get to that in a minute. I have a problem, and I don't... It's an undiagnosed problem. My foods cannot touch.
Oh, really?
I know it's all going to the same place.
Okay,
There's something about the foods touching that bothers me. And so I have a special plate that I bring with me to Thanksgiving, and it has the dividers in it so that I can separate what I've got going on so that I don't have that problem. And
listen,
so my
I
wife,
would just rather you grab 2 plates.
My wife, in an effort to get ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow, because we're going to some friends, she pulled the plate out. So I have the plate. It's green. It's plastic. It looks like a 5-year-old should be eating off of this plate. It will be the plate that I use at Thanksgiving tomorrow. So the corn next to the mashed potatoes, fine, cannot touch.
Interesting.
Worst part, if you pour gravy on mashed potatoes and the gravy funnels over, it's a nightmare for me. So I go a little light on the gravy to avoid that mess. Or I create a little like volcano inside the mashed potatoes.
The volcano is a classic strategy.
So,
yeah.
So number 5 for me, corn. Same thing for you?
Same thing for me. And I've seen it in creamed corn. I've seen regular corn.
Yeah, however you want to do it.
And I think it's just corn plays.
Yes. However
corn
you
plays.
want to present me corn for Thanksgiving, I'll eat it.
And
on the cob, fine.
Yeah,
Sure.
100%. And I got to tell you, my number 4 also has to do with corn, but you can go first.
I have mashed potatoes and gravy. Number 4 on my list.
My number 4 was cornbread.
I don't like cornbread.
What?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Do you ever do like cornbread? And my cousin, I got to tell you, I went 20 plus years of my life not knowing my cousin was making cornbread on Thanksgiving. I just thought somebody else was making it. No, he's been making it the whole time. And he just says he uses the packaging and dumps a bunch of honey on it. He says it makes it so much better. And would have told you it was homemade for 20 years.
The mashed potatoes and gravy, number 4 for me. I think it is, if you get some fluffy white mashed potatoes, right, and you have the right amount of gravy on there, there's nothing better.
I couldn't agree more.
Number 4, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Number 3 for me, mashed potatoes and gravy. Exactly that. It's so versatile.
But you have to do them right. If you screw them up, and
if they don't have enough flavor,
and listen, you can take your powdered mashed potatoes and take a hike.
We're
peeling potatoes. We're cutting up potatoes.
You make potatoes on mashed potatoes.
Right. We're mixing
on
them.
Thanksgiving.
We're doing them handmade, homemade, fresh. Okay?
Couldn't agree more.
We're not doing powdered mash
Couldn't
on the
agree more.
stove or whatever. My number 3, an often forgotten about part of the Thanksgiving plate. If you give me a good solid dinner roll, it can make the whole dish.
It really can.
The right
it really
butter,
can.
the right type of bread.
Are you a croissant guy?
Not a croissant guy. No, more of a dinner roll.
Okay. Yeah. No,
Texas Roadhouse rolls. That's where it's at.
They do a great job. They got that butter too.
Michael says he makes garlic mashed potatoes, homemade. There you
Michael,
go.
drop them off.
Check the box. That's fantastic. But yeah, a good dinner roll to start with before you get into the turkey, before you get into the mashed potatoes and gravy, before you eat the corn, before you eat my number 1 and number 2 on the list. Nothing better.
I'm so interested what your number 1 and number 2 are.
My number 1, you're going to understand it, but it's going to bother you.
Okay. My number 2, sweet potatoes.
Oh, I cannot tell you something I think is more overrated than sweet potatoes.
Do you ever put you don't put the marshmallows on it? I mean, clearly, you don't have the marshmallows on them.
Like I've tried to have sweet potato fries.
I
can't do it.
That's insane.
I can't do it.
Sweet potato fries over regular fries
No,
for me.
I am sorry.
And I dip them in syrup.
It's not a dessert. I'm trying to have a meal here. I don't.
I mean, this is crazy.
This isn't pancakes and waffles with syrup. Like, what are we doing? No, I'm good. That's your number 2?
That's my number 2.
My number 2. It's a classic. You can't do Thanksgiving without it. Stuffing, number 2.
It's a great take. It's a great take. It is by far the most pivotal.
And I used to hate it. I used to not be a fan.
So when I was a kid, I was like afraid of it.
It
looked gross.
It looked gross.
It's awesome.
It's fantastic. The bread, the texture, the crunchiness of it sometimes. The saltiness. Oh, it's fantastic.
It's the perfect dish.
Perfect dish.
My number 1.
Stuffing. My number 1 was one of your HMs. I have mac and cheese number 1. Because in my house growing up, it was a staple. It was homemade mac and cheese. We'd get the pasta. We would shred up the cheese.
Yeah.
We would use blocks of cheese. We would put breadcrumbs on top. It is a staple for me. It is something that if I was going home for Thanksgiving, my mom and dad wouldn't even need to ask. It would be on the list to make because the mac and cheese is just excellent. So mac and cheese number 1 for me. Number 5, corn. Number 4, mashed potatoes and gravy. Number 3, the dinner roll. Number 2, stuffing. And number 1, macaroni and cheese.
My list number.
And get out of here with like the craft. You got to do again.
Not the box mac and cheese.
This has got to be homemade stuff.
100%.
We're not going with the cheap way out.
Number 5, corn. Number 4, cornbread. Number 3, mashed potatoes. Number 2, sweet potatoes. Number 1, stuffing. Cranberry sauce didn't make your HMs. It made mine.
No, out on my HMs. That is our top 5 Thanksgiving Day sides list. We've got picks to make here on the other side, and we need one of you to play against us to represent Team Listener on a bit of a losing streak. Team Listener is. You can be the person that carries the baton and gets Team Listener back on the board. All you need to do, be caller number 3 at 480-864-1060 and have a 3-point play, a 2-point play, a 1-point play in the NFL. And if you want to take a Thursday game, you want to take a Friday game, You want to take a Sunday game? You want to take a Monday game? The entire slate is available to you here on a Wednesday. It's rare for us to have everything available, but everything is available today. You need a 3-point play, a 2-point play, a 1-point play. You're picking with the spread. You can also take a total if you want to take a total in one of the games. We use DraftKings as the official lines and odds for the picks. So caller number 3, 480-864-1060. You will represent Team Listener and take on the show in the picks segment when we come back. It's the lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
KDUS AM 1060 is your home for the Jim Rome Show.
This is what I mean when I say that was a collapse for the ages. An all-time tank job. Not only did the Giants lead 19-0 going into the fourth quarter, they scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, and they still lost. The Giants were 99.8% to win that game, according to ESPN. But according to the Broncos, the number was actually 0.0%.
Here on KDUS AM 1060 and on the KDUS 1060 app.
9 Inch Nails. Live at Desert Diamond Arena, Friday, March 6th. Get tickets now at NIN.com. 9 Inch Nails. Live in Glendale. Peel It Back Tour 2026.
Doesn't it make you feel better?
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Right now at Mark Mazda, receive 0.9 APR for 60 full months on some of Mazda's most popular models, like a 25 Mazda CX-5. And don't know what to do with your trade? We'll give you a minimum $8,000 for any trade, no matter what shape it's in, as long as it runs, based on the actual MSRP.
And if $8,000 is the minimum, think what your good trade might be worth. The name to remember? Mark Mazda. Mark Mazda. On credit plus 98.50.
Sometimes a girl in my class doesn't bring anything to eat for lunch.
The truth is, in America, 1 in 5 kids worry about their next meal.
I want everybody to have yummy food.
So do we. That's why Fry's donates surplus fresh food from our shelves to your local food bank. We've provided over 3.5 billion meals through our Zero Hunger, Zero Waste plan. Visit friesfood.com to see how you can help fight hunger and waste in our community.
Because nobody should have an empty tummy.
Dynasty Collision, Phoenix's top-rated collision center, covers up to $1,000 of your deductible. Call 602-529-3304. With 5-star reviews and a lifetime warranty, Dynasty Collision is your repair solution. Call now, 602-529-3304. Dynasty Collision.
This holiday season, elevate your event at Talking Stick Resort. From breathtaking views and a world-class golf course to 113,000 square feet of flexible event space, every detail sets the stage for an unforgettable holiday party. Whether it's cocktails under the stars or a fully produced banquet with state-of-the-art AV, Talking Stick has it all. Plus a luxurious spa for next-day recovery. Secure your celebration today. Talking Stick Resort, Scottsdale's premier destination for celebration. Life well played.
'Tis scratches season, and all through the state, the Arizona Lottery is giving people something to celebrate. Grab your friends and gather round for the chance to win $250,000 with cash countdown. Peppermint scented candy cane cash is available at any Arizona Lottery retailer in a flash. Gift these and 4 more games for any reason, because there are more than $80 million in prizes this season. This year and all, we wish you a happy holiday. From Arizona Lottery, love the play.
Does your student struggle in a traditional school setting? For nearly 25 years, Primavera Online has helped Arizona K-12 students thrive with an accredited tuition-free education from home. Learn more at chooseprimavera.com. That's chooseprimavera.com.
Join in on the Sports Zoo with Dave Rooster Bierstein.
Oklahoma City taking out everybody on their way to a championship. One of the youngest, I think the average is 26 years old,
Yeah.
Rich. As long as they have the Derek Jeter, Michael Jordan gene, or at least one person on that team, hopefully it's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They have a chance. And listen, it's human nature to be the best and think, I'll be the best again. And then you fall short. I'm going to say Oklahoma City will not go back-to-back.
Live weekdays from 5 to 6 p.m. here on KDUS AM 1060 and on the KDUS 1060 app.
We've got picks to make. We've got a battle team listener this week. Producer Evan gets to go first once again. We'll explain why that is the case here in just a second. But we've got Dean and Chandler representing you, team listener, for this week on the program. And Dean's going to have a chance to either tie or beat myself or producer Evan and get himself a $50 gift card to Von Hansen's, the sponsor of the Pick segment. Dean, I've got the music ready for you. Whenever you're ready, your 1, 2, and 3 point plays.
All right, I'm going with 3 favorites. I like San Francisco minus 4.5 for my 3.
3 point play. San Francisco minus, let me just check to see what we've got them at here. Minus 4.5 for San Francisco.
Yep, I like that.
Okay.
I like Buffalo. What do you have it at Pittsburgh?
Buffalo, we've got here. Hold on, let me find Buffalo. That's under the B's. Minus 3.5. You want to take them at the minus 3.5?
I do for my 2.
Okay, that's your 2 point play and your 1 point play.
Give me the Lions on Thanksgiving over Green Bay.
Guy wants the Lions minus 2.5 on Thanksgiving. Might have 2 points in the bag before we get started. There you go. Dean and Chandler, you're locked in. Your 1 point play, Detroit minus 2.5. The 2 point play, Buffalo minus 3.5. And the 3 point play, San Francisco minus 4.5. All favorites. A bold strategy there for Dean. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Hasn't worked out all the time. Hasn't been great. Dean, we appreciate you playing with us. And we appreciate you representing Team Listener here today on the program. Now, producer Evan, I see you over there. You're getting ready. Because you have to make picks first this week. Now, here's why. We are now tied once again. So you had a very short-lived run as the person who got to go first. We are tied, so we revert back to who had the better overall week. And that was me last week.
You beat me by 1 point last week.
I beat you by 1 point. I hit my 2 point play.
I hit my 1 point play.
You just hit your 1 point play. So that means you get to go first.
I do. And listen, this is a list.
And by the way, this is a message for team listener. Because Dean did it in reverse order again. 1 point play,
Dean
2 point
did
play,
do it in
3
reverse
point
order
play.
again. That's why I was so confused.
Because you're used to writing 1, 2, 3.
I'm so used.
We scale upwards. And that's fine. We're not, Dean's not disqualified from the contest for this. But this is just me trying to teach team listener. You got to go in order 1, 2, 3. Because he went 3 first, and I was like, wow. I wasn't ready for that.
I'm almost doing the opposite of what
all
Dean,
underdogs this week for producer Evan to get back on top
of what Dean did. We'll start with my 1 point play, which I said yesterday. I'll take the Panthers plus the points, 10.5. Enough said.
Okay.
Enough said. This is if we know anything about the Rams, and now it's down to 10. So clearly the public loves the Panthers.
But we locked this in on yesterday's show, the earliest we've ever locked in a pick.
So I got 10.5
on Tuesday. So we both got 10.5 because it's also my 3 point play this week.
And I love that. I think that they are going to cover pretty handedly. My next one. Give me the Cowboys plus the points plus 3.5 at home on Thanksgiving. Emotional win last week. The Chiefs need it. They're traveling on the short week. I like Dallas. You don't like that.
I don't like the.
I think
you know what.
I don't like the pick.
I don't like the play. I'm not a fan.
What was that from?
Oh, hold on. I have to play it again because it may jog my memory. I don't like the play.
I want to say that was the tush push.
Hold on. I don't like the play. I don't know.
No, that was an end of game situation.
The soundboard has been since you've been on board. I haven't had much of a soundboard previous to you. So that's April. So that's not football. That's been on the board for a while. That had to be something.
That was the buzzer beater.
No. Was it not Tori Lavello asking somebody to sacrifice in a spot that I hated?
Yes.
I think that's exactly what it was.
That's what it was.
I don't like the play. Don't like sacrifice bunt. Also, don't like the pick of the Cowboys.
And my third and only favorite this week, give me the Broncos minus 5.5.
Well, we did congratulate them on their 10th win a little bit
on their
show.
Congratulations to the Broncos on going to 10-2. And I love them minus the 5.5 against the Washington in Washington.
Move over, Dean. Make some room. I'm taking 3 favorites as well this week. My 1-point play. I know why this is this low. This is the most mispriced number of the week. You're telling me I can get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as only a 2.5-point favorite over the Arizona Cardinals?
If it's Teddy, man, it could be bad.
It could be, but what if it's Baker? I'm basically buying this on a Wednesday, and if Baker plays, I'm going to feel great about it, and it's my 1-point play. I mean, that's what you use your 1-point play for, right? Give me Tampa minus the 2.5 against the Cardinals. I can't pick the Cardinals to win a football game right now. Have you watched this team play? They're 3-8. They've lost 8 of their last 9. They got 4 turnovers on Sunday and still couldn't win. Give me the Bucs minus the 2.5. My 2-point play. It was Dean's 3-point play. The San Francisco 49ers only being 4.5-point favorites against the Browns. I think this is an overreaction to the turnovers and not playing that great on Monday Night Football. I think they can win. And I think they can win by at least a touchdown against a Browns team that I know Shador played well and they won the game. They did play the Raiders, who you can listen to right here on KDUSA and 1060. They didn't play a juggernaut.
I also he played well. He completed 11 passes. They had 10 sacks.
Right. And now you're playing a San Francisco team that's a better matchup. So I will take San Francisco minus the 4.5. And as everybody knows, give me the Rams minus the 10.5 against the Carolina Panthers in Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium on Sunday.
A 4-point swing this week for the lunch break.
Yeah. 4 points are going to swing one way or the other.
And I got a feeling they're headed producer Evans' way.
Okay. And you had a very short-lived run as the leader on the program.
I did not. No, once I get that, because that'll be huge for me. Because if I get the 4-point swing, that would mean you don't get your 3-point play.
Mm-hmm.
So then max, you could have 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Broncos. Congratulations to the Broncos. They're 10-2.
Congratulations to be 10-2.
So I don't know why you didn't take that spread because that's free. So then I have the 3 points there. So 4 total points. And then the Cowboys, they're going to cover at least the 3.5. Have you seen their kicker? He hits from anywhere.
He's my fantasy kicker, so yes, I'm familiar.
So I think I like them plus 3.5. The Chiefs stink, and they're continually favored.
So that you sound like somebody who thinks you're going to have a 6-point week.
I do. Well, thinks. I know I'm going to have a 6-point week.
I mean, you wouldn't make the picks if you didn't think they were all going to hit, right? You wouldn't make picks that you didn't like.
Exactly. I had a vision.
There's a world where we get to Sunday and you're already out 2 points.
You know how confident I am to be able to pick the Panther or the Cowboys? Like that's how I picked the Cowboys this week. That's how confident I am that the Chiefs stink.
Fast forward to the NFL Rewind on Monday. Why'd I pick the Cowboys? The Cowboys stink. That's how that's going to go. So there you have it. Those are the picks for Week 13 in the NFL. It's brought to you by Von Hansen's. Located at Alma School, just between Elliott and Warner and Chandler. You can go online to vonhansensmeats.net. They're known for their sausages and brats. Over 100 varieties of sausages and brats made fresh in their Chandler store smokehouse. They've got you covered. Meats, beer, wine, barbecue rubs, wood chips. They've even got all-natural dog food and treats for your pup. They carry top-of-the-line beef and pork in the market. All of the meats come from the Midwest. They've been in Chandler for 18 years, serving the best meats in the Valley. You can go on social media or go to their website, vonhansensmeats.net, to join their email list. They send out weekly specials along with their monthly ad. Or you can stop by Alma School just between Elliott and Warner in Chandler, online at vonhansensmeats.net. When we get back, I think the properly named today edition of The Leftovers, since it's going to be Thanksgiving tomorrow. The last time you'll hear from us until we get back in here on Monday. We'll get to it all next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
It's the Dan Patrick Show.
Shohei Ohtani had 2 home runs, 2 doubles. They also walked him 5 times, 4 intentionally. They've gotten to the point where he's getting Bonds treatment. I want you to pitch in shame. If you're going to intentionally walk him, I want you to throw the 4 pitches that look silly because you don't want to face him. I don't want it to be, hey, we're going to walk him and I point him to first base. Nope. I want you to acknowledge that you can't get him out and you throw those 4 pitches.
Weekdays, 7 to 10 a.m. right here on KTUS AM 1060 and the KTUS 1060 app.
The other day, I couldn't find my belt, and my wife found my belt, and as she brought it to me, she said, "Where would you be without me?" And I wanted to say, exactly here without the belt. In fact, I would have the belt because I would know exactly where it was in yesterday's pants on the floor. But now, we're not allowed to leave yesterday's pants on the floor, so I need a National Treasure-style map to find my one lousy belt.
Seth Meyers, live on stage, Saturday, March 14th, Talking Stick Resort. Tickets are on sale now at TalkingStickResort.com.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Dynasty Collision, Phoenix's top-rated collision center, covers up to $1,000 of your deductible. Call 602-529-3304. With 5-star reviews and a lifetime warranty, Dynasty Collision is your repair solution. Call now, 602-529-3304. Dynasty Collision.
During the year-end sales event at Scottsdale Mitsubishi, you can receive 0% APR for 60 full months on all new 2025 Mitsubishi models. You heard right, 0%.
Think how much you'll save when you pay no interest. The name to remember? Scottsdale Mitsubishi. Scottsdale Mitsubishi.
ASU women's basketball continues here on KDUS AM 1060. The Ladies Sun Devils look to continue to win on the court as they take on Little Rock. With Coach Molly Miller at the helm, ASU has proven their skills on the court all season long. It's ASU defending home court against Little Rock this Friday morning. A pregame at 10 a.m. and tip-off at 10:30 right here on KDUS AM 1060, online at KDUS1060.com and on the KDUS 1060 app. Before we get into the leftovers, a couple programming notes. Obviously, we're off the next 2 days. Hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the football. Enjoy just spending time with friends and family. And we are so incredibly thankful to have all of you that hang out with us every single day. Whether you listen to us on KDUS AM 1060, whether you call in and chat with us, you hang out with us over on the YouTube side of things. I mean, we just a big thank you, because this show has had a lot of fun in the now a little over a year that we've been doing it. And that's all thanks to you guys hanging out with us every single day and being a part of the conversation. We love to think of this show as you having a seat with us, sitting there alongside of us, talking with us about all of these things that we talk about on a daily basis. So thankful for all of you that hang out with us, and we hope that you all enjoy the time off. You've got ASU women's basketball on Friday. You've got NAU basketball tonight here on the station. The pregame is going to start over on 1440, and then you'll have the game air here at 6 o'clock. You'll have ASU women's basketball starting at 10 a.m. on Friday, and then at 5 o'clock, you will have Texas A&M Texas that you can listen to ahead of the Territorial Cup if you're so inclined to do so. You can listen to that here on KDUS AM 1060. And then we have more ASU women's basketball on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Raiders football in the afternoon here on KDUS AM 1060. So a ton of live sports for you to consume here over the next couple of days. And we are back in here on Monday to recap everything that happens over this 4-day weekend. The leftovers, all the stories we didn't get to throughout the course of the show. Producer Evan, what do we have today, my friend?
A busy weekend always in sports, and I feel like sometimes the NFL can overlook rivalry week, which is a big one. So we'll start with Texas A&M Texas. And I was wondering, where can you hear that?
Yeah, you can listen to that game right here on KDUS AM 1060, 5 o'clock on Friday.
I was wondering that. So number 3, Texas A&M travels to number 16, Texas. Texas A&M 2.5-point favorites in probably a massive game for playoff implications.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of those games across college football this weekend where, you know, the Egg Bowl is something that's going to have massive college football playoff implications because it's kind of feeling like Lane Kiffin's going to LSU.
I was going to say that. So that was my next story is apparently reporting from On 3 and our guy, Pete Nakos, who does all the Sam Levitt reporting.
That's true, yeah.
Reported that Lane Kiffin has been in contact every day with LSU, Florida, and Ole Miss. By the way, the top response to that was, I really hope he's in contact every day with Ole Miss, which had me cracking up.
If he goes to LSU, I think the committee's going to hold that against Ole Miss. Like the College Football Playoff Committee will hold Lane Kiffin leaving to go to LSU against Ole Miss if he's not coaching in the playoff.
100%. 100% they will. When they've done that for quarterbacks, and I know he's not on the field.
Well, certainly Florida State got absolutely jobbed out of a spot.
Because Jordan Travis
got hurt a couple years ago. So
they've set the precedent.
They've set the precedent. Now, what'll happen is you'll have the Paul Feinbaums of the world tell you how this is a miscarriage of justice against the SEC because it's the SEC and they don't do anything wrong. But the precedent's been set.
Wasn't Paul running for something?
Paul's running for Senate. We're not going to, or we think he's going to run for Senate down in, I think, Alabama.
The only thing I've seen about that was Lane Kiffin's response to it.
Well, he and Lane and Paul have a bit of a chilly relationship, I think is the best way to describe those
in which
two.
Lane said, "Oh, good, that means he won't interview me anymore."
That's funny. That's very funny.
But huge weekend in the college football landscape and what it means. So I was thinking, let's take a look over at the NBA Cup.
Oh, NBA Cup tonight. Suns, Sacramento Kings.
So the other groups, by the way.
Who cares? You
the
know what?
Lakers are 3-0.
The other groups. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Who cares?
I had the wrong thing potted up on my board in here. Sorry.
Lakers are 3-0.
Didn't hit as much.
Trailblazers 2-1. The Nuggets are 2-1. Spurs 1-1. That's an interesting group there in Group C.
Yeah, and
you know who would be running away with Group C? The Phoenix Suns.
I will say I played the who cares drop, but it actually does matter, some of these results.
It does, actually.
If the Suns don't win the group, it's going to come down to the point differential among the second place teams. So
I'm assuming the Blazers must have beaten the Nuggets because they have a negative point differential, but are ahead of the Nuggets in this graphic I'm looking at.
Then that must be the case. I don't remember individual NBA Cup results.
I just love the Suns' odds right now. Love their chances to get in.
You win tonight and you do it by double digits, you're going to feel really good about where things stand going into Friday.
Any Thanksgiving traditions for you you're looking forward to this weekend?
No, not really. Not really. We're having our Thanksgiving tomorrow is our Friendsgiving. A bunch of softball friends get together and we
nice.
We have Thanksgiving with our families and the girls all hang out. We got that. Friday's going to be a whole lot of nothing up until the Territorial Cup. What do you got planned?
I am tomorrow hanging out with some friends.
Okay.
We're still deciding on food and what we're gonna do. If we're gonna outsource that or gonna make something.
You do know it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, right? Just want to let you know that tomorrow a lot of things are gonna be closed.
Yes, but
so you may want to get a bit of a head start on that since it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Still deciding whether you're going to outsource your food. I went to the grocery store last night. It was a zoo. It was a madhouse at 7:30 at night.
Oh my gosh! So we had Friendsgiving this weekend. I went to Costco on Sunday, just trying to get there early.
What a nightmare that probably was.
They open at 10. I thought it was like if I'm there at like 9:55, I'll walk right in. There's a line. On Thanksgiving week, I was like, ooh.
I went last Friday to Costco. That was when I did my Costco run.
Zoo?
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, you're a little early.
I got in front of, I think, a lot of the last minute people.
You know what I couldn't believe at Costco? Do you know the pecan pie is like $15 more than the pumpkin pie?
Wow, didn't know that.
I don't know if the pecan market's like real expensive.
How about this? Both pies trash.
What? Why?
don't like pumpkin, and I don't like pecans or pecans, however you say it.
Pecan.
I'm an apple pie kind of guy.
Same. I would take apple pie over those two.
Yeah.
I like pecan pie.
They
I like pumpkin pie too.
No apple pie at the Costco?
I didn't see the apple. I didn't see it. Though they did have the fresh sushi.
I've started to see that.
Which
at the
is the
Costco
first time
that
I've
I
seen
go
it,
to.
but I've heard a lot about it.
Which Costco? We don't go to the same Costco.
Mine's the one in Arcadia.
Yeah, I don't go to that Costco.
I can't imagine you do.
That's
It's
just
the
a
one closest to us.
The one right here?
Yeah.
Oh, I go to that one sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's sushi at that one.
There's sushi at that one.
There's sushi at the one, I think the one in Chandler Mall that I go to.
You ever been to the one in North Scottsdale?
Can't say that I have.
They have sushi there too.
Maybe you're going to have sushi for Thanksgiving.
Probably not.
That is going to do it for us here. Jim Rome is coming up next. Producer Evan, thank you for all that you do. Everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a great 4-day weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. See ya.